AJ, what's going on? Here at Starbucks. My question for you guys is, with the advancement of electric bikes coming in the future, such as the Stark Varg, what do you guys think of electric bikes and how they're going to affect the industry? And also, how do you think it's going to affect the riding styles? I see an electric bike being a better bike option for the average rider, so because of the simplicity of the bike, and I see people being able to apply proper technique on those bikes a lot easier and being safer riders. So what do you guys think of that? Thanks.
Dude, they're everywhere.
They're gonna be everywhere.
I saw one in my hometown, which is shocking.
A Stark Varg?
A Stark, yeah. They're showing up.
So I'm supposed to have a call with
Don't say anything stupid.
Oh no, there's a member inside of the app that has
that's fine.
has an order for one, and I don't think he wants it anymore. So I was going to take his order.
Oh yeah, you told me about
that. And delivery is
that.
supposed to be coming pretty soon, so I might have a Varg here before we know it.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so this has been my theory kind of from the beginning. I think that it's going to allow for people to execute the technique that I teach, feet on the pegs, so much easier because you can set them up with hand controls. You can have front brake on your right, rear brake on your left. You don't have to shift and you don't have to have the rear brake on the foot. So you can leave your feet in the correct spot on the balls of your feet at all times and never have to move your feet around. That in itself is huge.
Dude.
Huge. You can set the bike up in any mode. I think the Vargs have options to like create any mode you want, essentially, from 1 horsepower to 80 horsepower. So therefore, it can fit anybody. I had an Alta for a while. Allie would hop on my Alta, and I would just put it to mode 1. Yes, it was heavy, but it was perfect amount of power for Allie to be able to learn on a bigger size bike to get comfortable.
I loved that bike, dude.
So the barrier to entry, way better. Way easier barrier to entry, I think, other than the price point being high, but that I'm sure will come down over time. The batteries will improve. The technology will continue to improve. Yes, you can argue I want my bike to make noise, but I always think like bigger picture in that if the technology is good enough to be able to make that bike do what it's doing, they can also have technology to make the bike make some noise if you want it to make some noise. Yeah.
I don't want my bike to make noise. I wish it didn't make noise.
I don't care about the noise.
24 YZ250F, everyone says it's louder. How is that even possible?
Really?
Yeah. Earplugs. Anywho,
yeah.
No.
I like a quiet bike.
I want to like where I live, obviously I rent a house.
We're getting canceled for saying that. But
what?
People like dirt bike noises.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Cool. Yeah, but I would rather be able to ride at my house than have a loud dirt bike.
That's another obvious thing.
Like,
I mean, the places that you can ride these things, the track opportunities, having them, you could have a track in the middle of a city. Yeah, I've been saying this for a while now. Like I think that there is a huge opportunity. I mean, the transition now from mountain bikes or from bicycles into dirt bikes will be easier. It's easier to learn with the kids riding little Striders and Stasics and things that have the electric throttles. I mean, yeah, it's a very big opportunity for our sport.
I mean, I
am all for it.
Living in Vermont, I'll make it about me for a second. Living in Vermont, I will own an electric bike. And I love Vermont. Vermont hates anything fun as far as dirt bikes, ATVs. I mean, we have side-by-side trails, but everybody hates them and complains about them. Like, we have no dirt bike tracks. Like, I got my dirt bike track taken away, that I grew up with because of noise. Like, I mean, they'll probably come after you for erosion because I live in Vermont.
Yeah.
They'll try to find anything, but 100%, I fully plan on getting a Stark because then I can have a track at my house, ride it whenever I want, as much as I want, and nobody can complain about it. That to me is worth way more than being like, oh yay, I get to change the oil. Like, what?
No, thank you.
Yeah, no. Like
as little maintenance as humanly possible. That's another pro with it. Yeah, I'm all for change. I like things. I like creativity. I like new things. Will it take over completely? Maybe at some point. Who knows if that's 30 years in the future? Who knows if it ever happens? Will it go to another power source of some type? Maybe. Who freaking knows? But I'm all for it. I think at least for right now, it's cool. It's going to give people a lot of opportunity. The Surons even. Yeah. I mean, people are gonna get into dirt bikes that would have otherwise never got into.
Well,
dirt
also
bikes.
wait until you ride one. Like most people
It's a
haven't ridden an electric.
blast.
It is like it's effortless.
And it's
It is
almost
so
more
much fun.
when you don't have the noise because it's just like everything is there.
Oh, dude, it's
Instead
awesome.
of getting the feedback from just buzzing in your ears of a loud machine,
You don't have to shift.
you're feeling everything coming at you. Yeah, I'm
Now,
all for it.
Here's what would get interesting, right? And I think there was
a guy raced one in like UK arena cross
The
or
start?
something. Did you see the start?
Oh yeah, just blew their doors off, dude. I was like, he
Yeah.
was like at the corner when everyone was halfway down the straight. You don't have to shift; it's just instant. It's like driving a Tesla versus a car. It just
Yeah.
makes cars feel stupid. But anyway, like,
Hey guys, we're doing a Moto Academy ride day, first ever Moto Academy ride day, Tomahawk MX in West Virginia, October 29th, Sunday, October 29th. Moto Academy members, if you're subscribed inside of the app, you ride for free. So come join us, October 29th, Tomahawk MX, Moto Academy ride day.
there's an underlying question, right? Because right now, like, you have all these brands and manufacturers, Kawasaki, Honda, KTM, and like you go to the races and every bike is so different, right? It's like, you know, you got Pro Circuit, who's like the king of porting and polishing, and then you have, you know, like the two-stroke game is all about like how you mod your engines and get as much horsepower out of them. It's like, I think the underlying question is that all changes if everything goes electric, which I don't really think everything's going to go electric. You're not going to go see NASCAR and watch a bunch of Teslas. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
NASCAR will be gone before that happens. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think there's an underlying question of like, in that sense, it does feel less fun going to Supercross and every bike is, you know, limited at 80 horsepower because they're all electric and you don't hear anything, and it's kind of like, I totally understand where that would be no fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but
to own one,
when that time
Yeah.
comes, it's gonna make sense. Whatever, it's gonna make sense. I think if you picture a Supercross gate dropping and it's just all electric bikes right now, that's a hard thing to picture.
right,
It seems like it would be pretty underwhelming,
right.
but I'm sure that there would be something to spice it up.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I mean, when you watch a Formula One race, like everybody's going this, they're all doing the same thing. They're all in cars that are kind of close.
Yeah, but
guess.
I think there as far as like the noise argument, I'm
But there's
saying,
noise. And
there
they
is,
sound cool.
It's definitely more exciting than if you couldn't hear them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but again, if they want noise, they could make them sound like what they could pour
Sure.
sound into the stadium of just panic revs the whole time.
Could you literally? So they were pumping crowd noise in at LA Coliseum.
Oh.
And it was so obvious. Like
Really?
they just did not do it well at all. Like, and what's so funny is like, we were at AT&T is where I really noticed it.
Yes, there was somewhere this year where I'm
AT&T,
like,
we walked into the stadium and the crowd's going wild, and me and AJ are the only people in there. I was just dying.
I didn't know that was a thing
Yeah,
until then.
100% is a thing. But they were pumping it in to SMX at the last round, and it made it way more exciting.
Yeah.
In that sense, it was great. But obviously, for me, it's like I do a lot of live production, and I'm just cracking up because I'm like, they're just, a dude has a fader, just like, you know.
That's hilarious.
It's like, oh, Deegan's getting close to Shimoda. Okay, yep, good. All right, back it off. Like,
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I never
funny.
knew that was a thing until we were in that stadium, and I'm like, what?
yeah, it's
Can
like
hear
they're
the
just
crowd.
pumping crowd noise into the stadium. Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, go download them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I think that's it. Go download them there, give them a listen. If you want to watch full episodes, which I tell you what, it's even better to do that, go to club.themotoacademy.com because Moto Academy subscribers inside of the app have exclusive access to watch the entire episodes. And not only that, the subscribers actually can send in their questions to be answered on the podcast as well. Club.themotoacademy.com. Go subscribe.